Hi. I am recording the end of June where the garden is at. These cherries are not protected. Birds will be eating them all if this is not protected with bird netting. We're going in the garden. I spent a lot of time with potatoes this season. And planting, replanting. I probably replanted several attempts. We had first the birds dug them out and ate them out in March, St. Patty's Day, and now I'm attempting to mound, and I made these 2 wood frames just to hold mulch, and it's true grass clippings. It appears they are happy. In the past week, the sunflowers jumped up another foot. I think the cabbages and Brussels sprouts, these are Brussels sprouts and cabbages on the left, and on the right are broccoli. They look really good. We've got some orac, which I'm really happy with. They look like they're prolific. Garlic, I'm waiting for 30% of it to be dried out before harvesting. And we had those heavy rains, so some were looking pretty peaked, fell over. Those I dug out, and we're getting close. My goal is this month to get the garlic out and carrots and leeks planted in this row. They're looking pretty close. Some of them that fell over, like this one, are resprouting. That's what the other ones were doing. So this guy is going to need to come out. But it's pretty good. This is my 3rd attempt at carrots. I did some carrots over there earlier. They're about the same. They need to be thinned. Beets are doing pretty good. These are my winter storage onions. They seem to be pretty good too. I've weeded. I did one good weeding, and within a week we had weeds moving in. Salsify is a new crop for me. Artichokes have done nothing since I put them in. This one might do something. We'll see. This was my early spring garden, and I used a cover, like a cloche, over it, and all of that is starting to bolt. There are some lettuces that are still coming in. Lettuces have been happy with all the rain. They've done well here. Cucumbers, they look like they're gonna do it. I mounded in I had 3-inch pots with 3 seeds in each. Each one I just put in a little mound. There's quite a bit of biochar in there, and they're looking pretty good. I put up this hog fence for them to climb up, and I might have to help them, but I think they're going to do it. Some bush beans are starting to flower. The hoop house, all of the rain through May and early June just put water underneath. The groundwater was so thick that pretty much the first round of tomatoes that I planted all had root rot because the water went down, moved along the clay pan underneath the garlic. So all of these guys are second plantings of tomatoes. So I started a bunch. I have a celery that's going to seed. I love celery seed as a seasoning. And this parsnip shot up out of nowhere. So I'm going to save the seed for parsnip and have fresh seed. I love parsnips. This is early spring cilantro. Now it's starting to grow. I have a little charred crop. I'm really happy about that. And the corns, beans, squash. All 3 rows had corn. 2 of these rows, birds all took out. I couldn't stop them. They were hungry. But I've got some winter squash starting to trail out in the walkways. Corn looks nice. And sunflowers are looking good. They do turn towards the sun early morning. They point in that direction to the east, and now they follow the sun to the west. And then this is a very clay area. This area is so thick with clay. Looks like rock. This is all clay. I have put a lot of lime in, rock dust, biochar, grass clippings just recently to try and, since this side stays pretty shady, I put more cilantro, lettuce, arugula seed in. Starts of basil, I don't know, might not make it. And then I wanted to make sure we get cucumber, so I put cucumbers over here too to see if they like partial sun. And these are more brassicas, a mix of broccoli, cabbages, and Brussels sprouts, and here's some cauliflower. We'll see. It's very shady here. So this year we have had quite a bit of biochar. This is the Mighty Mac that we put the char through and then mix in with the grass clippings. That's what we've got. So the DR Power Wagon gets filled up with grass clippings, and we layer it in with biochar. We have a huge trough full right now. These potatoes look happy. And then we're also trying this aeration process of putting char in and it does crush up the char. We put grass in there and it kind of drops to the bottom. So it's just something that a neighbor gave us, so we're using it. That is all grass, but comfrey. We had a truckload of comfrey that we cut up with the lawnmower, layered in with char, and it's all cooked down. We've kept it somewhat covered. That'll be interesting to see. We had our last pile of char here with grass clippings, very big. Most of it went in the garden, and then some of it we layered in with grass. So it was kind of finished compost. It finished breaking down all the grass clippings. Then it was layered in with weekly grass. There's been so much grass. So I wanted to just show the garden of South Puget Sound. This is what things look like. I'm sure other people's have other things that are growing well. I think I'm happy with what's growing. We're eating lettuce. That's the important thing to me. It's what grew easily. And the storage onions, we'll see how they do. And our next video is going to highlight how a trough of char filters the pond. Because in the past couple of years, we have pumped pond water into our cistern to use gravitation feed drip to water the crops. This year, I didn't even need to water the garlic because we had so much rain. So that never needed to get set up. Here's a volunteer burdock. didn't plant heavy burdock. These are scarlet runners. They're beautiful. They draw hummingbirds. Our trellis. And I guess that's all I wanted to share. Thank you for watching.